Metro is a fantastic series. The vibe, the setting, the people, the lore, the everything. Let's be completely real. It's a post-apocalyptic setting, and no one knows what's really happening. And there's a bunch of monsters, and the real monsters are people. As someone who loves Fallout, obviously, this is purely amazing in my opinion. But honestly, at the same time, Metro 2039 does not seem like it. It honestly seems pretty bad. And now, turns out, I missed the developer video where they talk about what they're gonna do, what they aim to achieve with the new Metro game, and it's bad. These devs somehow have absolutely no idea what they're doing with the series. They have no idea what made it good and special in the first place. They say things that make them look like fucking tourists at this point. So, sadly, I am currently not a fan of Metro 2039 at all at this point because it doesn't look like it's gonna be a success.
Thank you for joining us today as we reveal Metro 2039, the next installment in the Metro franchise. We at 4A Games are really proud to show you what we have been working on all these years. I know it's been a while since you last heard from us, but stick with us for a continued first look at Metro 2039.
Metro 2039 takes you to the dark heart of the Moscow Metro, where the last survivors of the nuclear apocalypse struggle to exist in the tunnels and subways of the ruined city. Hope.
Yeah, you see what I mean? He says this, yet we know that Upside is pretty much safe at this point. We know that the Metro is not the last thing. Like, a huge part of this game is gonna be the Upside. It's no longer a threat. It's civilized almost, you could even say.
Is lost. The future looks bleak, if there is one.
The underground factions and station communities have all been united under one banner, the Novo Reich, led by a new Führer, the legendary Spartan, Hunter. Führer promises a new life for the people up on the surface. In reality, they are trapped down in the metro, flooded with propaganda, misinformation, and fear. The people suffer under his authoritarian regime and the brutal belief, if it's hostile, you kill it.
So, this is quite fucking insane as a setting, because this kind of would imply that every other faction that existed in the Metro setting before wasn't like this. They didn't spew propaganda, they weren't brutal, and they weren't authoritarian. They were! Now, some less, some more, granted, but they were. So, the fact that this is like the ultimate evil now is really, really questionable, honestly, at this point.
Style, you kill it.
Our games explore.
And also, by the way, this seems woke, the thing that he said just now. They're trying to tell you that if you can't recognize it, if it's a monster, the only thing you can do is kill it. Well, yeah, it's a monster. You should probably shoot it. That's why you have guns. It makes a lot of sense to do it. The fact that they just talk about the situation like this is, I mean, it just doesn't seem right at all. This seems very already predetermined what they believe in.
What humans were before the world ended, what they became after, and what are they willing to do to live another day. The meaning has always been about preventing war.
But now, war is our reality, and our message has shifted to be about the consequences, the cost of silence, the horrors of tyranny, and the price.
So, yeah. Remember when they said that this is gonna be the return to the nitty-gritty evil Metro? This is what they meant. They literally meant this. They didn't mean the fact that it's hard to survive, you need to join a faction if you want your best chances, and the outside world is dangerous, and everything is out to kill you. No. When they meant evil and gritty and whatnot, they literally just like, yeah, let's just pick a random genetic evil faction, like the Nazis, and then just be like, oh, they're just doing all of these things for no reason. And the thing is, what makes a human ideologies evil is the fucking ideology part. You need to be a fucking brainlet at this point, honestly, to see a game like this and just be fully sold on the idea that in a world like this, the Nazis are just gonna be completely evil for no reason. They're gonna like put people in cages and deport them. By the way, the deportation, it's funny because the deportation part that we see here with re-education camps, propaganda and whatnot is more of the USSR thing, not the Nazis to a degree, especially the train car part. That's a nod to being exiled to Siberia and dying there under the USSR, not the Nazis. So they're picking the Nazis, sprinkling in seemingly like historic things that the USSR did for no reason, and not really explaining anything, okay? If you're gonna explore the depths of horror in a gritty, evil way, like in an ideology, I'm not interested in that unless you legitimately show me how that ideology is bad above the superfluous level of, oh, they're just evil because they're evil. Evil because it's evil is completely fine in different type of games. If you're gonna do evil because it's evil, that's okay. That's even good in a lot of games. It works in The Witcher. But here, where you're supposed to explore the evilness of humanity, and humanity is just evil because Nazis is super cheap and stupid. I mean, this is gonna work for the first half of the IQ spectrum at this point.
Eyes of freedom.
You will explore these themes through our voiced protagonist, the Stranger, a recluse plagued by his violent nightmares, forced to undertake a harrowing journey back down to the Metro, a place he swore to never return.
But we must return to tell the story we want to tell.
You can expect a much darker tone this time around. A handcrafted, story-driven, single-player campaign where you'll feel the weight of the rotting world pushing down on you, forcing you deeper into your claustrophobic nightmares.
We will go where the worst of humanity.
Like, how does this make sense? Like, you see what I mean? Kids in chains. They're kids! If you do propaganda on them, it's gonna work. You don't need the chain pot. What the fuck are you doing? Like, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is just stupid. There is no depth to this. They're putting children in chains for no reason. Kids absorb things like sponges. Like, this is the stupidest thing that you can do. Why? I mean, maybe these are supposed to be like captives or something. But then, there's just this looks like just some kind of woke leftist fantasy, honestly, at this point.
He can be on a full display.
The thing is, we are not romanticizing the post-apocalypse or making a theme park out of it. Metro has always been a more tragic view on our actions as humanity. Then, tragedy came to...
Has it? I mean, yeah, you kind of nuked yourselves and shit, but... And then people were forced to do not good things to survive, but I mean, bruv.
To us.
Everything we had planned for the next chapter of Metro changed in 2020, and more significantly, in 2022.
When Russia's full-scale invasion began, it changed the lives of everyone in the studio. but more so of our team and families in Ukraine.
The war has shaped us, and we have changed the story to be even more about choices, actions, consequences, and what you have to pay to have a future.
Now, consequences are good and what you need to pay to have a future, but this sentence kind of brings honestly hollow to me. Because if you're gonna tell me that this game is about choices, but you can't actually join the Nazis at the end because they tell you about an offer that actually seems like this could win at the end and be decent, it would be crazy. Like, if they don't, if you're talking about choice and consequences, but joining the bad guys is not gonna be one of those choices and consequences, then you're not actually trying to make choices and consequences. Like, what kind of choices and consequences do you think would exist for example, in Fallout New Vegas, if one side was just clearly the evil one and did not have any plan and they just did things out of pure evil? What if Caesar's Legion did not have a single point of nuance in Fallout New Vegas? The story just instantaneously becomes dull. They would just be another generic villain, and that's it. And then your only choice is just to join the NCR, because that's it. That's the only thing you can do. And this kind of seems like the same situation to a degree.
Reality forced us to take a different approach, told from a uniquely Ukrainian perspective. But this is still a Metro story in the Metro universe.
We are a team of fighters, Mikozacko Rodu. We will push through no matter what. Getting electricity from generators or batteries, power outages or sheltering from rocket and drone attacks are interrupting, but not stopping us from making what we deeply believe, what we do best. Of course, taking care of the family is the biggest priority. Sometimes you just put your head down and focus on work, but it's each other's support that keeps you running.
Our studio was born in Ukraine and remains majority Ukrainian, but our team has come from over 25 different countries. Despite this, we all work together with the Ukrainian spirit for our projects.
Growing up in Ukraine, especially in the 90s, made us strong in many ways. Not taking anything for granted, understanding that ideas and achievements are something you have to fight for. And this grew into a mentality of courage, a mentality of pride.
We have always been a studio built around one idea: make worlds you can feel. We are craftsmen and artists, people with passion who want to tell stories.
Basically, we make stuff that we want to play.
We build worlds with details that make a place believable. The kind of details you don't notice on the surface, but you feel it immediately.
It all started as a family of dreamers 20 years ago, with courage, audacity, and the desire to do something more meaningful and more mature.
Is that it? I want to hear more about the game design and shit.
Whether it's the team in Kyiv or Malta, we are all set on making an experience that is truly Metro. There is only Metro, nothing else.
To build that truly Metro experience at the level of atmosphere and detail we aim for, we rely on something we've invested in for decades now. Our own engine and tools.
4A Engine is purpose-built to make the games that we want to make. If we need to build a new feature or do something in a specific way, with our own engine, we can just make it. We're limited only by our vision. We get to take advantage of the strengths of every game in the franchise.
Oh, so that's it? Now it's just the engine talk?
As we can imagine, they allow us to make a Metro feel tangible.
Nothing is prefabricated. What they were doing right before they left or died.
The corpse holding an unloaded gun with shells all around the floor.
Learn more about the world of Metro.
I do think this Metro game is gonna look pretty good though, honestly.
But not all the stories in Metro.
The previous Metro games already look decent. For their time, especially. And they still kind of stand up. But the new one, I think it's gonna look good.
Ukraine.
His courageous stance has come with a personal price. A life in exile from his home country, Russia, where dissent is a crime. We've crafted this new story together, united by our shared values of freedom and truth that have been shaped by the harsh reality of
As a cost.
Will you survive?
Yeah, that seems like that's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't know. I think the story's gonna be very underwhelming at the bare minimum. It just seems way too fucking generic with everything that has been said. Maybe this is looking too much into it. At the end of the day, we can't really know. We don't really have any information about it just yet. But so far, it just seems generic bad villain, and that's somehow returning to the nitty gritty metro. There is another clip, which is not happening here for some reason, but one of the devs says about returning to what made Metro good in the first place. And the fact that initially I and many other people thought that, oh shit, the world is gonna be dangerous again, the outside is gonna be, ooh, scary and whatnot. No, no, no. We know from we know from other stuff that the outside is controlled by the rake or whatever it's fucking what was it called, the something, whatever. We know that the outside is controlled by them. And by the way, like, again, the fact that they actually get shit done is kind of fucking insane. Okay, you could have made this story so much better if they just take over control over the metro, but they're actually fucking poor at doing things and people are suffering. Here, the suffering is like superfluous and superstitious in the sense they're like, oh, we don't have any freedoms. Oh, yes. I mean, here's literally a giant colony topside and everything's fine and now they're growing crops and shit. But I mean, whoa, no. I, it's just, nah, I can't. I am not sold at this at all, honestly, at this point. It just seems cheap. It just seems cheap. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.